everybody. That was a very weird noise that escaped me as I greeted y'all. We are back with LoveWood, of course, one of my favorite games, and we are going to be doing a different route. So, the way to read a fairy tale is to throw yourself in. When we think of adventures in fairy tales, we may think of a brave prince slaying a dragon, or a princess escaping her tower. The story that we are about to tell doesn't feature dragons, but it does feature literal fairy. A healer who will find their footing in a new home and possibly even tackle the greatest adventure of all, finding love. What will our protagonist's pronouns be? This will not affect the decisions of fate present you. We're gonna go with she, her still. Of course she will need a name. We are gonna do Bumblebee. Before our hero Bumblebee dives into her adventure, she is facing the struggle of phrasing a formally appropriate letter. Okay, let's see here. My revered lord... no. He's gonna... I was making sure I was recording. He's gonna think I'm some kind of bootlicker. Probably wouldn't like that. Yo, Oberon. Old house. No. Dear Lord Oberon. It should only take 2 more days of travel for me to arrive in town of Liebwald. Thank you again for your invitation. I'm looking forward to talking over the details in person. Sincerely, Bumblebee. Before I can doubt my own writing choices even more, I dropped the message in the telegram device and it automatically transferred to the fairy settlement. Modern technology sure is amazing. A few minutes later, I received the reply from Lord Oberon. It's just a piece of paper with a thumbs up doodled on it. I guess that means everything is ready for my arrival. On the next day, our travel group passes by an occasional group of humans, but so long as we cover our ears with our hoods, they think we are just a bunch of little nervous people. Finally, around early noon, the village comes into sight, and I head straight for the Lord's residence. Alright, this must be the place. I pause for a moment to gather my thoughts and calm down my nerves. My decision to move to the northern fairy settlement was an easy one, but I think it's about time I build a life of my own, away from the restrictions of my past. The new freedom is exciting. I was never truly independent while living underneath my parents' thumb. I can't wait to seek out adventure and new friendships. But before I get ahead of myself, I should try to make a good first impression in what will be my new home. Oh. Welcome, young one. I trust that your journey was safe and uneventful. For the most part, yes. I encountered humans at one point, but I don't think they suspect anything. My disguise held up. Excellent. It soothes my mind to know that we now have a competent healer among us. Some of my servants have already brought your luggage to the house that you will inhabit. I'll have one of them escort you there. Make yourself at home and acquaint yourself with the locals. Yes, I'll do my best. Thank you, Lord Oberon. I probably shouldn't tell him that I'm bad at approaching strangers. I'm certain that your magic will be a great service to our community. Oh, Lord Oberon! A fairy with a messenger bag dashes into the throne room. Everyone looks short next to Lord Oberon, but even by normal fairy standards, this fellow is a small and agile guy type. Got a letter from the Lycamore colony for you, my lord. Ahem. Thank you, though. I was just in the process of giving directions to our newly arrived healer, Bumblebee. Oh, you're the new kid. Glad to meet you. I'm Nord. Hi, nice to meet you too. Nord, since you're here, could you show Bumblebee the way to her cottage? Oberon hands me a small key. Right, sure. I'm on a tight schedule, though. Gotta get Atlas and deliver the meals for today. You need to do what? Ah, Atlas is our local cook. We got a service in which he makes lunch packs every day, and I deliver them to the villagers. Nifty. Say, Nord, why don't you take Bumblebee with you? Surely she would gladly help you. Hey, yeah. Having an extra pair of hands won't hurt, and you get to meet a bunch of folks around the settlement. Not a bad idea. Having an official reason to talk would spare me from some of the mortifying awkwardness of starting a conversation. Sure, I'm in. Awesome. When we're done with that, I'll show you your house. Let's go. Atlas lives a little way off the main village, so we'll have to walk a bit. Shouldn't take too long, though. Thanks for letting me tag along. Let's not keep him waiting. For the record, I'm only doing this once. Thanks for letting me tag along. I wouldn't have been sure how to spend my first day here, so thanks for this. Don't mention it. I know being the newbie isn't easy. If you don't mind me asking, what exactly is your job? You act as a messenger, but you also do this? I'm more of a general leg man. That means I deliver letters and packages, yes, but I help out with all kinds of things. Anything that requires speed, really. My dash lends itself well to that kind of work. Your dash? It's the type of magic I'm best at. Nord jumps into a branch to demonstrate. It's as if a small gust of wind is pushing him forward. Despite the force behind the dash, his movements are controlled and light-footed. Pretty cool, huh? Yeah, it looks really useful. Are there any other areas of magic you're specialized in? I also got my ability to detect life. Lets me read the auras of every living thing in the area. Yours is really bright and like a goldenish tone. Wow, cool. Wait, the aura of every living thing? Does that mean you see the auras for plants too? Yep. Plants, fungi, animals. I wish you could see it. It's like an expressionist painting when I use it here in the forest. Can't keep it up for too long, or I get a headache. Do you know any particular magic, other than healing, of course? I can also create light. It's pretty basic, but it comes in handy, and I can practically do it in my sleep. Ooh, pretty. Here we are. Hey, Grasshopper. Atlas! The two greet each other with some hugging and a kiss on the forehead. I brought along Bumblebee. New flesh for the meat grinder. Oh my gosh, don't scare her. Would it kill you not to mess with the new arrivals for once? You mess with them too. Yeah, but I usually wait until day 2. Alright. She is the new village healer, and also helping me out with the deliveries today. Nice to have you on board, Bumblebee. Atlas gives a firm handshake, and even though through my glove, I can feel the skin on his hand is rough. I hope you're ready to carry a few jars of food. Sure, I think I can handle that. How are we going to split it? I'm probably the fastest, so I'll be taking the warm meals. That way I can dash ahead and get them delivered before they're cool. Atlas gets a few jars with what looks to be thick stew, rubs his hands across them before putting them in Nord's messenger bag. Combining that with the fact that his palms are so rough, I think I understand what's up. Do you have heat magic? I do. I'm best at heating up my palms. How warm can you get them? Well, barely enough to be able to light a fire, but I guess if I tried really hard, I could genuinely hurt someone with the heat. I initially specialized it as a kid, though I thought I could learn cool pyromancy tricks. But, as it turns out, shooting fireballs from your hands isn't as easy as some people make it to look. Alright, nice and secure. Ready to go, Grasshopper? Just a moment. Bumblebee, you remember the way back to the village, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure I do. Okay, then I'll rush ahead and I'll meet you there when we're both done with our deliveries. Sound good? Yep, I'll see you then. Nord tightly grabs his bag and proceeds to hop onto Atlas's hand, who launches him forward in a throwing motion. Maybe this is Atlas's second magic. He's great at throwing things. Either that or he just played a lot of baseball. Judging by how effortlessly it looks to both of them, they've practiced this combo a lot. Now as for you, you're not gonna yeet me through the forest too, right? No. I got 3 jars with cold lunch. One is for Blossom. You can barely miss her place when you enter the village. She keeps goats and chickens and some other critters. The second one is for Moth. He's our dressmaker. You'll easily recognize the tailor shop by its sign. Okay, and the third one? I'd ask that you give that one to Nord when you meet him again. That I can do. I take the jars from Atlas. Maybe I could use the chance to chat some more before I leave. Did you commit some kind of crime to be exiled out here? It looks like you two got routines all figured out. You and Nord seem to make a great team. How long have you guys been doing this lunch delivery thing? A few years now. We've actually known each other since we were little, and at some point we noticed that there were a lot of people who don't like to make lunch every day. Not because they can't cook or anything, but because they're busy with jobs and such. Cooking is my favorite thing to do, and at first I made lunches just for Nord. Letting others sign on for a couple of coins was his idea. Then it became a job I did. Sometimes things fall into place like that. It's great that you can do something you're passionate about. Yeah, it's as if I can send some joy to the people of the village without needing to actually interact with them. Pretty amazing if you ask me. Maybe this isn't the last time I'll be helping you guys out, though I think I should get going for now. Alright, I hope we'll be seeing more of each other soon. Stay safe. I speed walk back into the direction of the village. Thank goodness the jars of food in my bag aren't too heavy. This is really more than I expected of my first day here at the colony, but I hope I'm doing okay. After all, I'm really just making things up as I go. I can't help but repeat Atlas's instructions in my head while I walk. One lunch is for Blossom, the other is for a person called Moth, and the last one for Nord. At least the scenery is soothing my anxiety a whole lot. I'd seen a bit of the village when I went to Lord Oberon's residence, but this is the first time I'm getting to really look at it. The little farm really is hard to miss. Should I knock? No. There appears to be someone chopping wood in the backyard. Excuse me? Are you Blossom? Hey, that would be me. Can I help you? I'm actually just here to bring you some food. Heck yeah, fuel for the fire. I've been waiting for this. Atlas makes the absolute best lunches. So I've heard. I hand her the jar and she takes a seat, ready to dig in. Say, have we met before? No, I just arrived today. I'm Bumblebee. Sweet. Feel free to stop by anytime for some eggs or goat milk. So are you the new healer? That's right. Reminds me, why doesn't the colony already have one? A healer? We had one. Pretty good guy, actually. What happened to him? Old age happened to him. Guess that's something even magic can't prevent. Oh. It's true that while healing magic is powerful against injuries and inflammation, there are some ailments that it can't fix. It's okay, he had a good life here. We could get kind of okayish with the regular medicine these last few months, but it turns out being able to just magic away small injuries is pretty darn useful. That's why Oberon called out to find a new healer. Makes sense. Good luck stepping into those footsteps. I'm sure you'll do well. Thanks, I'll try. Blossom chews and nods. Should I keep the conversation going a bit more before moving on? Nice work, your animals seem really happy. Thanks, I love my critters, even the goats, those little jerks. My biggest pride are my wool rabbits, though. They're quite a handful, but it's totally worth it. If you see anybody walk across the street here during autumn or winter, chances are they're wearing at least one piece of clothing that includes bunny wool. I've heard it's very cozy. Oh, the coziest. Plus the rabbits are just sweet little angels. Blossom seems tough, but apparently Even she isn't immune to the power of cuteness. I deliver most of my wool to Moth. He's best at making stuff from it. Right, the tailor. I have to bring him a lunch jar too. Then I'll let you get to it. Been fun talking to you though. Same here. See you around, Blossom. See you later, neighbor. Stepping back onto the street, it doesn't take me long to spot the tailor's shop. The door is open just a tad, probably for the sake of airing the room. It's a pleasantly warm day after all. Someone is sitting inside and working on some needlework. They haven't noticed me yet. Apparently, they're very focused. What should I do? We're gonna say hello. Hello, any chance you happen to be Moth? The tailor carefully lays his work to the side. I see my reputation precedes me. I'm Moth, tailor extraordinaire, at your service. Who do I have the pleasure of meeting, though? I'm Bumblebee. I'm the new healer. Extraordinaire, I guess. Enchanté. Always delightful to have a new face among us. Before I forget, I'm bringing your lunch from Atlas. Why, thank you, love. Please be kind and put it on the table. I'll get to it in a moment. Not like it can get cold, right? True. Say, I can't help but notice that your cloak has a truly masterful cut. Classic southern pattern, if I'm not mistaken. You can tell where I'm from just by looking at the style of my clothes. I wouldn't be much of a tailor if those matters wouldn't stick out to me. It has a very neat seam, too, and the way the fabric flows is just wonderful. Yeah, it's my favorite cloak, very light and comfy. You have excellent taste in fashion, though I hope you also brought some warmer garments along. It won't be summer forever, after all. Well, I brought a warmer jacket, but I've already heard that it can get really freezing up here, so I may need something stronger than that. Something like a durable yet fashionable coat handcrafted by the master tailor to be appropriately flattering to your figure while withstanding the forces of winter. I'm not sure if I should already spend money on fancy clothes. I mean, I just got here. Right, I got a little carried away. Give it some thought, though. I'd love to create something for you. I will. What were you working on just now? Just some pillowcases. A little something for my own home. Say, could you do me a bit of a favor? Depends on what the favor is. I just noticed I'm running low on buttons. By that, I mean I still got plenty, but they're too fancy to be wasted on pillowcases. The traveling salesman in town square, just outside, usually sells some. Could you fetch me a few? Yeah, I can do that. I should still have some time to spare. Wonderful. Oh, what I'm looking for are buttons that are no longer than a thumbnail. Color is irrelevant, with at least 2 holes, preferably 4. Right. I'm sure I can remember all that. Thank you so much for your help, love. No problem, bucko. I'll be back in no time. I step back into the open air and look to buy some buttons. There's really only one sales cart near the center of town square. I guess that's them. Hello, Aleph. Someone is wiping a few prices off the chalkboard with a wet sponge. Hi there. Are you the merchant? No. I mean... They nod and point at themselves as if to correct themselves. Okay, I'm Bumblebee. Nice to meet you. What's your name? They point to the sign that says Aleph Herbs and Trinkets. Oh, right. Aleph it is. They nod. Apparently they're not much of a talker. I'll just have a look around. The wares feature a wide array of clutter. Some gemstones, tools, dried herbs and nuts, writing utensils, even animal bones and teeth. It's a pretty mixed bag, but sure enough I find a handful of buttons too. How much for these? Ayla quickly has a look over the buttons I picked out, then holds up one finger. Just 1 coin? Sounds very fair. Even while I'm paying, Aelith looks kind of anxious and fidgety. Is there something on my face? Yes. Aelith winces and shakes their head. It's okay, I get nervous. No need to stress out. Aelith takes a deep breath and looks a bit more relaxed now. They're making a gesture that I assume means thank you. Hey, Aelith. Before either of us can do or say anything else, a young woman rushes to push the cart. She doesn't even seem to have noticed me yet. How are you doing? Terribly. Nice. Could you already get your hands on those seedlings I asked you about? Aelith nods and picks up a small flower pot from behind the counter, then triumphantly hands it to the girl. Awesome! I already know the perfect spot for this one, with lots of sunlight. I hope it gets along with the strawberries. I'll just have to try it out. Once it has grown, I can finally get started on that new potion project. I mean, I technically could have gone with the dried ingredients, but having fresh ones is always more effective. Aelith looks calm with this young lady around. Oop. I mean, Aelith, what a strange pair. One talks a lot and the other very little. Oh wait, there's another person here. I wasn't just interrupting something, right? Not really, don't worry. I'm not great with faces, but I'm pretty sure I haven't seen yours before. Right, I just moved here. I'm Bumblebee. Nice, I'm Kayleen. Why did you move here, of all places? It seemed like a good fit, and I'm here to fill the healer's position. Ah, you're a healer. That's so cool. Do you use herbal remedies to go along with your magic? Sometimes, though usually I can get by with magic alone. We should exchange notes sometime. My garden's full of plants with healing properties. I bet we could boost the effectiveness of your cures a lot. I've been providing ingredients for the local medic, so I know a few things about soothing medications and painkillers. I'm still learning a lot, though. It's a constant work in progress. Especially cures for digestive diseases can be so complicated. And don't even get me started on stuff that affect the neural system. Now I know who to come to when I need help. Guess we'll be seeing more of each other in the future. Yeah, just hit me up whenever you like. My house is the one with the large garden over there. The one with the treehouse. A treehouse? That's really fitting with the whole botany theme. Right? I love it. My father built it way back when. Oh, but I'm rambling. You look like you got places to be. Kind of, but I'll see you guys later, right? Yeah, let's hang out soon. See ya, Bumblebee. Having acquired the handful of buttons, I hurried back to the tailor's shop. Moth has apparently finished his lunch while I was out. Did you just get me this task so you could eat in the meantime? Perhaps. Do you find something? I show him the buttons. Ah yes, these will do nicely. Thank you, love. That means I can get back to work. Now where did I put... Moth looks around cluelessly. He then appears to focus for a moment, and a roll of yarn knocks against the back of his head. Ah, there it is. Whoa, do you have poltergeist in here? No, sorry. I probably should have warned you. It's just my magic. Some kind of telekinesis? Yes, more specifically, a pull or seeker spell, as some people call it. As you can guess, I can use it to pull things towards me. The wonderful part is that I don't even need to know where the thing is. That must be great for when you lose something around the house. It's a blessing, you have no idea. Shouldn't use it on knives or needles, though. I acquired that knowledge the hard way. Ouch. Indeed. I'll let you get back to work. See you around, Moth. Of course. Have a splendiferous day, love. My chores are done. Now to find Nord. Hey! That was easy. I hope I didn't keep you waiting. No, I just got done with my deliveries, too. Perfect timing. I got one more lunch left. Atlas said it's for you. Aw, how sweet. He must have remembered that I prefer eating during my afternoon break, so then I'm not super full while I'm running. But before I stuff my face and collapse into a food coma, I'll show you your house, as promised. Nord bounces towards a cottage built from dark wood. Then I unlocked it with the key I got from Lord Oberon. Ta-da! Nord wiggles his hand at the interior as if he's revealing the winner of the Home Society Beauty Showcase. It's looking a little bare, but I'm sure you can liven the place up. Rustic. I think I like it. In that moment, I remember what Blossom told me. Wait, speaking of livening things up, this place didn't belong to a dead guy, right? What? Why would a dead guy own a house? No, I mean, this wasn't the home of the former village healer who passed away, was it? Oh, nah, don't worry. I think our carpenter just finished building this place a few weeks ago. You should be the first one who lives in here. Do you believe in bad omens? I'm sure if there were a former owner in the shape of an angry ghost, they wouldn't just be hanging around their old home all the time. Hey, you never know with these things. Just wanted to be sure. Ah, your bags are already brought here too. Is everything here? I hope so. At first glance, nothing seemed to be missing. Great, then I'll leave you to it. Will I be seeing you around? Of course, at the midsummer celebration in a few days, if not earlier. The what now? Oh, nobody's told you about that yet. The whole village will get together for an annual midsummer celebration in 6 days. How do you guys celebrate? Oh, you know, the usual, making bloody sacrifices to the war gods, burning books. Sheesh, I'm just messing with you. We'd never do anything like that. Right, I knew that. The midsummer party is just the evening of dressing up fancy, enjoying good food, and having fun. Lord Oberon opens the court to everyone, and the evening usually starts with a traditional ballroom dance. But there's also a lot of smaller private gatherings. Sounds neat. If you ask someone specific to join you for the midsummer celebration, that's a pretty big deal. Like a really fancy date. Though if you ask me, going as a group of friends is just as much fun. I see. I certainly don't know anyone around here well enough to ask them out, but who knows what strange things will happen over the course of the next few days. I've already asked Nord and Atlas, and I've asked Aelith. Does Nord have a date? I'm kind of curious, but it would probably be inappropriate to ask. I don't want him to get the wrong idea. I barely know him after all. Thanks for letting me know. I'll be looking forward to the party. You're welcome. Don't strain yourself on your first day, alright? Heh, I'll try. See you around. Nord closes the door behind him, and I accumulate myself with a little cottage. It's very clean, except for a bit of dust. Not a bad place to start. Even though I feel like I didn't do much today, my head feels really heavy all of a sudden. As you can see, I've done this a lot. We have been going through this game completely, and if you guys want to see Nord and Atlas and Aelith's route, I'm gonna recommend going to my other playlist. I think I'm gonna make sure that's labeled and it tells you which that is. And this one's gonna be, I'm probably gonna do Kayleen. I'm definitely doing Blossom for sure. I might do Blossom and Moth in this, and Kayleen as well. Since the last 3, like, technically I did, I don't know if Atlas's route would have been different, because he's with Nord, and you had that poly relationship that's really cute. So, but because there's 3 characters in that playlist, and you got to see how I interacted with them, I think I'm going to do the same on this one too. Just so you can kind of get a look at everything. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed, and leave a comment below on who your favorite character is. I clearly have my favorites, and I'll probably mention it at the end of the playlist of like maybe my top, like top to bottom of favorite dates and stuff, but we'll see. Anyways, I hope you have a great day. Bye. Let's save again.